Zoning, of course, is a very important arrangement in political situation because it helps in having a mutual understanding and a mutual agreement, a mutual relationship between those people involved in the zoning arrangement. In 2015, I was a delegate. I was a PDP delegate in 2015. Then HSD, the former governor, he was the governor of Bayelsa State then. I was a delegate in that election. And all the delegates from a Ekeremo local government area agreed that our own son, distinguished Senator Enikin Lubobri, has done 8 years. And it is only fair and right that someone from Sabama local government should also go for another 8 years. That was what we as delegates from Ekeremo agreed. Of course, we made consultations with our leaders from the local government, and we all agreed that Sabama should go for the Senate this time around. So we all came together and supported Foster Ogola to go for the Senate in 2015. Rijabo went and did 2 years, which is 6 years for Sabama local government area. Then HSD went and completed 2 years. When the HSD wanted to go for the remaining 2 years of Rijabo, he said it's everywhere on the media that he is only going there to complete the remaining 2 years of Rijabo. Then somebody from Ekeremo will go for another 8 years. That was what Henry Sirake Dixon said. So after the completion of the 2 years, the remaining 2 years of Rijabo, which now made Sabama 8 years, according to what HSD said, it was rightly the turn of Ekeremo local government to produce the Senate. But of course, we know how HSD plays his politics. He started using Ekeremo people to fight themselves, which is what they are currently doing, using Ekeremo people to fight themselves. Why the Sabama local government just stay silent and observe?
That's an allegation you're making by saying that it is HSD that is causing this rift between Ekeremo people. By the way, let's focus on the subject itself, the zoning. Yeah, so let's stay on course. If I understand you and everybody who has spoken on this subject, you've said that Sagbama has had 18 years and Ekeremo has only had 8 years. And as such, you want this time around Ekeremo to produce a senator, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Now, those who argue that the former governor has not made his intention known, so it's not too cool to have his name in our conversation, but let's just have the conversation of saying, should Sagbama come again? They are saying that the reason why they will come again is because every time when the purported zoning arrangements...
Yeah, that is what I want to clarify.
That it has been done by those from Ekeremo.
That is not correct. Lishman, that is not correct. That is not correct. You see, in politics, there are leaders. You know, leaders come together and take decisions in politics. And when they take decisions, they speak to their followers, and everybody comes together and agree. What has been the practice? Has the right thing not been done? Of course, both local government, they bring up people in the name of politics who want to come. But when the leaders come together and agree, that is the position both local governments follow. For example, when Enike wanted to go back, we agreed that no, it is time for Sabama local government to produce the senator while we take the reps. And as a local government, we agreed and voted Orijabo. And HSD wanted to go complete the 2 years of remaining 2 years of Orijabo. We also agreed and voted for HSD.
Do you get their argument? They're saying that how come Ekeremo always contests against the Sagbama person and yet comes today to claim that there is a rotation agreement when you always contest against them?
Leaders come together and make finance, and both local governments go with those decisions. Do you now understand what I'm trying to say?
All right. What about the argument that a good player should not be changed because of you want to fulfill a rotational agreement?
That is the wrong argument. How do you know somebody is not a good player? How do you know somebody is not a good player if you don't give him the opportunity? Are we talking about influence, or we are talking about representation, proper representation? Are we talking about influence? Okay, if we want to talk about a good player, was Enike Lubobri not a good player in the Senate before we agreed that no, it is time for some local government to go? Was Enike Lubobri not a ranking member in the Senate before we told him no, it's not your turn, it's a turn of Sabama local government to go? So what are we even saying? If I'm saying somebody is not a good player, how will you know when you don't give them the opportunity, Lishman? So the current senator representing Bayelsa West is the leader. And when leaders takes a decision, it is important they hold on to the decision they agreed. Ordinarily, he was not even supposed to go back to this Senate. The video is everywhere. We will forward it to you. He said it himself that he is not going there to go and stay for another many years. He wants to go and complete the tenure of Orija. Then rightly to be turned for Ekrema local government to produce the next senator. That was what he said.
Well, yesterday I had guests on this program, and they said that there's no need trying to whip up this sentiment of zoning. Present your best candidates, and Sagbama will present their best candidates. And that they say that Ekerema people are sounding as though they cannot win in a free and fair election except it is zoned to them.
That is not correct, Lishman. That is not correct. Ekerema people have what it takes to election against anybody. Ekerema people have what it takes to bring a candidate and win the senatorial election against anybody. But of course, Sabama local government is our sister local government. We've been working together. So it is very expedient, it's very important at this particular point in time for us to re-echo the zoning. That this was what that was agreed some years ago. And we always stand by the zoning. Nothing more. We are not fighting Sabama local government. Our sister, we cannot do it by ourselves. We need our sister local government to accomplish whatever we want to accomplish. So it's not about Sabama not having somebody, or not having somebody. No. We are only saying HSD went there based on the zoning agreement.
Right. They are also saying that in supporting their claims that Dixon is a very good player there, they're saying that you should put up your best shot there at the Senate, and instead the Ekerema people should go for the governorship position, which they say you have never had, and that the Sagbama man will support you for the governorship position instead of in their own choice of words, heating up the polity with your decision to demand a Senate seat at this moment?
Well, there was a time just of recent, some local government had the senator and the governorship position to themselves. So, yes. So, Ekerema local government can also produce the governor and at the same time produce the Senate. So there's nothing wrong with that. Leishman, HSD was governor of Bayelsa State. Rijabo was senator. So there's nothing wrong if somebody from there's nothing wrong if Ekerema produced the Senate and the governorship at the same time. There's nothing wrong with that.
In the course of the week, precisely on Saturday, we had Comrade Ebilade Ekerefe who said that those persons who are demanding for Ekerema's turn actually have a personal ambition and they are hiding under the zoning talk instead of just bringing their personal ambitions to the public and letting the public scrutinize them. He specifically mentioned Comrade Tari Pori as having an ambition for Senate and hiding under the zoning arrangement.
Okay. Yeah, ordinarily, there's no need talking about somebody that is not important. But let me just answer your question. You see, first of all, who is Tari Pori? Tari Pori is a member representing Ekerema Constituency 1, and he has his people. Tari Pori only went to have a town hall meeting with his people to discuss little about the polity and also talk about the position of Ekerema Constituency 1 and Sabama Ekerema local government at large. There's nothing wrong in that. If Ebilade has personal issues with Tari Pori, he should come outside and say so. I listened to his program and I was like, no, this is, for me, it's pure hatred, jealousy, and there's nothing to describe what Ebilade was saying that day. Only you said the man is over 40 years, he has what it takes, he's eminently qualified to contest the position of the Senate. Then later on he said he does not have the capacity to contest for Senate. You know, it is really, really laughable because the person of Ebilade he's not even qualified to talk about character of Tari Pori. First of all, who is Ebilade? This is somebody that Tari Pori by himself brought to the PDP, facilitated appointments for, introduced to people. It was Tari Pori that even took Ebilade to Ebilade community. Ebilade does not even know where his polling unit was, if not for Tari Pori. So he's saying Tari Pori is not, Tari Pori should come. If Tari Pori wants to contest election, just like he has always done, he would come outside and tell everybody. Of course, he has every right to contest for the position of the Senate if you so wish to. Of course, he is qualified. His antecedents are there, even in the House of Assembly. As the first timer, you saw the motions, the personal bills he sponsored. So he's eminently qualified. to contest for that position. And when the time comes, if he wants to contest for Senate, he has every right to contest. And of course, his people will always back him up. His people will always back him up if he so desire to contest. So there's nothing wrong in Taripori contesting the election. And I hear him talk about the betrayals and Taripori not supposed to even talk about, what is he even saying? Who has betrayed more people in Ijola and more than Ebilade Ekerefe? The recent IYC election, he contested against his former boss. Is Jonathan Lubobri not his boss? He contested the election against Lubobri. The people that made him a spokesman of council, did he not fight them back almost immediately? When he contested for presidency, the people that was working with him throughout when he was spokesman, they all left him because of his character. So what are we even saying? You can't even compare both of them. Say, in life, everybody has their own destiny. You know, when someone is growing, you don't envy or jealous the person. I can go on till tomorrow of what the things Taripori has done for Ebilade. What has Ebilade done for Taripori? I heard him say if Taripori won election because of him, he know the key role he played. What role did Ebilade play? Has Pori not done more for him? He contested the IYC election against Pori. Pori won him landslide. And Pori said, no, you are my younger brother. Come and work with me. And Pori showed him real love. Since we didn't receive from Pori, Ebilade got them. How did Ebilade become SA to the governor? It was because of Pori. You know, so seeing Ebilade talk that we just know it's out of hatred and pure jealousy. If Taripori wants to contest for Senate, he has every right to. He's eminently qualified to contest for Senate, and he will go there and represent Bayelsa West very, very well if he so wish to contest, and we will back him. There's nothing wrong with that.
Your choice of words is similar to what Ebilade Ekerefe and also what his other persons who are taking the sides have used, and I'm beginning to wonder, why are you divided in Ekeremo? If, for instance, you say you want this, is it so difficult to have your people together and speak in one voice? Why do you have dissenting voices? Why do you seem to have this bitter rancor existing between both key men, as it were, of the former governor?
No, you cannot use key men for Ebilade. There's nothing about key men when it comes to Ebilade. Now, personally, I don't have any problem with Ebilade. I don't think Pori has any problem with Ebilade. For Pori is busy carrying out his legislative businesses. What kind of problem will he have with Ebilade? No. Did you see Pori respond to him? No. Whatever Ebilade is doing for me is pure jealousy. Now, Ekeremo people, let's get this thing straight. Ekeremo people are not divided. Ekeremo people have taken a position that is their turn to produce the next Senate. That's the position they've taken. And they are rightly doing so. You know, HSD is the leader of everybody, you know, and we are only telling you, honor your words. This was what you said. You said you were only going to complete the tenure of Orijabo. You know, the last senatorial election, the Ekeremo people said no. Now, sir, this was what you agreed. They showed him his videos that this was what you agreed. You told us you only wanted to go and complete Orijabo's remaining 2 years. And that would be 8 years for Sabama. If we wanted ranking members, we would have allowed Enikin to go. Today, Enikin would have been maybe the Senate president. But we, Ekeremo people, we said no. It is 8 years. We've done 8 years. Sabama should go do 8 years. And for Stagola and Orijabo and HSD completed the remaining 2 years. 8 years has completed. Ordinarily, HSD is not supposed to go back for these 4 years he's currently in. Now, if he finishes 4 years, it will be 12 years consecutively for Sabama local government area. Ekeremo people are not fighting Sabama local government area. No, not at all. They are sister local government. We love them. But what we are only saying is, it is now our turn to produce the Senate while you take the reps.
If it is your turn, then why not buy a form and contest against him? By the way, he has not said that he's seeking re-election.
Yes,
in the next cycle.
Yes, we know, Lishman, we know the practices. We know the practices. We know how they've been doing it over there. They use Ekeremo people to you know all those 20,000 naira, 15,000 naira, 10,000 naira. They will gather people together, come up with this press release, saying this is it. HSD should go back. We know all these things, and because of all these things, we Ekeremo people have said no. It is our turn to produce the Senate. Let us go and produce. It is our turn to produce the Senate. We are not fighting Sabama local government area. And of course, somebody from Ekeremo local government will contest the election, and the person will definitely win the election. Definitely. And Sabama people will support someone from Ekeremo. Mark my words. Lishman, Saboma people that I know, they are good people. They know the truth. They know the truth. They know how we stood with them. I was a delegate in the 2015 election, the primaries. I was a delegate. I know exactly what happened there. We stood with Saboma local government, and I know anything you are son, but it is not your turn to go for the Senate. Somebody from Saboma needs to go and take and do 8 years. Now, in Bayelsa, is there any written agreement anywhere? No. But you see, they do only one tenor. So why are they talking about written agreement in Bayelsa West? The videos are there. The voice recordings are there. Where HSD himself said, no, it is 8 years. I will only go and complete the 2 years of Lawrence Orijapo. So more people are doing the right thing by saying, no, it is our turn for us to go for the Senate. Why do you take the reps? There's nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well, we're supposed to have this conversation for 30 minutes. Unfortunately, the network was bad. So let me just let me have you exhaust of your thoughts on any of the issues that has bothered you, and you'd like to bring your thoughts to the public, whether it be the senatorial issue or any other issue of public interest. You have 7 minutes to do that.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank the governor of Bayelsa State. Yesterday, I saw the things for the gas turbine going into the state, and I was very happy because I know what electricity means to Bayelsa. So the kudos to the governor, and of course, continuation of projects in the state. The governor is doing extremely well, and as a Bayelsan, I'm happy to see these things. I was in Enego August, and I saw some level of development in the state. The A3 is actually doing very well. The 3 senatorial district roads that are also currently ongoing, continuation of where HSD stopped. So for me, it's a good one. My good people of Bayelsa West, most especially my beloved Saboma local government area, I have lots of friends there. They know what to do. It is the turn for Ekerefe local government to produce the next Senate. So when Ekerefe do 8 years, younger people will now be of age to also go for the Senate. It's a mutual arrangement, the mutual agreement, and it will be beneficial to both local government areas. There's no need, this one coming to radio to say this one coming to radio to say this one coming to radio to say this. People like, for example, like coming to radio to say, Poli never won election. Poli didn't win president. If you listen to him, you will know that it is pure hatred because the person is doing very well more than you. Poli has always supported him in everything he has done. The spokesman that he became, how did he become the spokesman? Just through Poli's support. Poli stood by him. He was in another party during when he contested for chairman against Poli. Poli brought him, so no, you are my younger brother, come and work with me. Let me introduce you to the governor. Introduce him to the governor, made some arrangement, he was getting stipends, then he started growing from there. Through the support of Poli, he became SSA. Poli said, no, come and see your people. This is your pooling. Introduce him, showed him his pooling unit. What did Poli not do for him? The people that are his friends, that are his contemporaries, can Ebilade name one person that is currently in support of whatever he's doing? No. When he contested for president, there is none of his contemporaries supported him. Because are you telling me that all those his contemporaries are wrong? It is only him, Ebilade, that is right. So it means there is something wrong in his character, and he should go and check himself. Poli did not do anything to him. Poli has always showed him love. He should even stop going to radio and going to other places to talk about Poli. Poli is doing his legislative work. He should go to the constituency and go and ask, these representatives, is he doing well? Then the people from Ekerefe constituency will respond to him.
Well, just like you were saying all of these, Pori did, Pori that, and all of that, he also has said that Pori is ungrateful to the former governor, Seriake Dixon, who made him who he is.
It is funny. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous because how all the elections HSC has contested, Pori has supported him. Okay, let me give you an example. Poli and my elder brother mobilized Ekerefe youth to go to Ekerefe local government council, Ekerefe community, and endorse HSD. What happened? It was Ebilade and some other persons that went there to disrupt the place in the Ekeremo community. Quote me anywhere. It's everywhere on the media. I can even send you videos to that effect. I think this was 2015 or thereabouts. Ebilade and some persons went there to disrupt that program. But because of the gallantness of the people there, the program went on and everything went on successfully. Espoli has always supported HSD. In the general elections, when Governor Doedri wanted to contest for his first tenure, the charge was everybody go and deliver your polling unit, everybody go and deliver your ward, go and deliver your constituency to all the assembly members. They should go and check results. Poli delivered his polling unit, delivered his ward, delivered his constituency for PDP in the Doedri's first tenure. Then what about Doedri's second tenure? Poli did the same thing. So, an HSD election, the Senate, all the two Senate elections, the first Agula election, the original elections, Poli has always delivered for PDP. So, what else do you want from Poli? How do you want him to pay HSD back? And what are we even saying? What is even the payback? In this life, for you to get to wherever you are, you need support from people. HSD also got support from people. That's why he is wherever he is today. Poli also got support from people. That's why he is wherever he is today. And he has always said these things over and over again. Well, I just told you, who brought Ebilade to IYC? It was Jonathan Lubobri. Sir Jonathan Lubobri brought Ebilade to IYC. What happened? Did Ebilade not contest the election against Jonathan Lubobri just now? In the IYC presidential election. So he does not even have the moral right to even talk about Taripoli. He just contested the election against his boss, Jonathan Lubobri. So what are we even saying? And that election he contested, there was nobody, none of his contemporaries supported him. Even the people that worked with him, his personal assistant and the rest, none of them stood with him. So you mean all these people are wrong? It is him, Ebilade, that is always right. It is pure hatred. Lishman, let me tell Bayelsa today, it is pure hatred, jealousy for your brother that is growing, your brother that has always showed you love. It is pure hatred and jealousy, nothing more. Poli has represented his constituency very, very well. His constituents are happy. They are very happy, and they will always be with him wherever election you choose to contest. They will always be with him. So whatever Ebilade said there is not true. It is out of hatred and jealousy. Finally, Lishman. Sabama local government should know that the good people of Ekeremo are not fighting them. They are our sisters and our brothers. We love them. We love them so much. This is an arrangement that will be beneficial to both local governments. It is time for Ekeremo local government to produce the Senate. Sabama go for the reps. When Ekeremo local government do 8 years, to come back to Sabama, by then somebody younger would even be ready to even contest that election. So we should always work together and see how can we be able to bring somebody from Ekeremo local government that will represent us effectively, that will bring development to our senatorial district, because we've been lacking that for some time now. Thank you so much for having me, Lishman.
All right. Also, thank you, Dee Meeting, for joining us via telephone.